Hi everyone, this is Eddie, sales manager from Woodpecker. Today, I would like to share a video of how to use Woodpecker laser. Actually, Woodpecker has two kinds of laser. One is with two wavelengths. We call it infrared laser because the main working light is infrared light. One is with three wavelengths laser. We call it blue laser because the main working light is blue light. Okay, so today we've got is a blue laser with three wavelengths. So here let's open the box. So first we can see the main unit with the handpiece. Okay. And for the handpiece, you can see here, we have a handpiece. We have a dust-proof cover here, and we can remove it. And this dust-proof cover, it is used for preventing dust getting into the handpiece. If you don't use the handpiece, you can use this. You can put on the dust-proof cover like this way. And also we have a button here, and if you press the button, laser will come out from the handpiece. But you have to press. If you press, you have to press all the time. If you release the button, it will stop emitting laser. Okay, and here we can see a black button. If you press the black button, you can remove the handpiece sleeve. This handpiece sleeve can be autoclaved, and we can see a mark here. You can see here. This mark, it means the handpiece sleeve can be autoclaved under 134 degrees centigrade. Okay, so now we put on the handpiece sleeve. Okay, so this is about handpiece, and also let's see more. And also we can see the handpiece cord, and pay attention. The handpiece cord, there is optical fiber inside the cord, so we cannot bend the cord too much, otherwise it will get broken. And if you break the handpiece cord, you have to replace the whole handpiece. And also we can see a tip here. You can see here. It means we cannot bend the handpiece cord too much. Okay, so pay attention. Don't bend the handpiece cord too much, otherwise it will get broken inside. Okay, so this is about handpiece. Now we are going to talk about the laser device. You can see here. We can handle like this way. And we can see here, this is a touch screen, and this is emergency button. If the laser is working, if we press this button, the laser will stop working. So this is the emergency button. And we can see the back side of the laser. So first we can see here is a outlet. It is for interlock remote control device. And it should be this device you can see here. So sometimes we can put on this device inside this remote control interlock, and then we can collect this device into the room electric circuit. And then sometimes if some people they break into the room, it will automatically shut down the device. So this is for interlock remote control, but this is seldom used, so we can ignore this part. Usually we don't use this part, you can ignore this part. And here is the power supply outlet, and you can see we can take out the power supply here. Okay, this is a power supply. So we can use this power supply to charge here. And for the first charging, it will take about 4 to 5 hours. Okay, so this is for charging. And here is the switch on and switch off button. And also we can see more here. You can see here, we can see an instruction here. You can see, take a close look at this part. This is instruction, and you can see it will indicating how many wavelengths the device has included. You can see the first wavelength is 976. It's infrared light, and the second wavelength is 650. It's red light, and the third wavelength is 450. It's blue light. And also for each wavelength, you can see the power and also the frequency. So some other parameters here. So this is the parameters of the device. So here we have three wavelengths. Okay, so that's all about the device. Okay, and now we can see here we have a foot pedal, a wireless foot pedal, and this device can be controlled by the handpiece as well as the foot pedal. And you can see we can tap the foot pedal like this way to open the foot pedal. And if you are going to use, you have to press the foot pedal all the time. Then the laser will come out. Okay, if you release the foot pedal, the laser will stop. And also, you can take a close look at. You can see here. If the foot pedal is in standby mode, you can see there will be the green light will flash slowly. And if you can see if you press the pedal, the green light will flash quickly. Okay. And also you can see this is how we charge the foot pedal. Usually this foot pedal can be used for about 1 month after charging. And also we can use the same power supply to charge the foot pedal. And also at the bottom of the foot pedal, you can see we have a pair button you can see here. Sometimes if the foot pedal cannot work, or if you have got a new foot pedal, you have to press the pair button to match the foot pedal with the device. So this is the pair button. Okay. So here is the foot pedal, and here we can see we have 3 pairs of protective goggles. You can see here. One for operator, one for assistant, and one for patient. And let's open and see. Okay, so this is the laser protective goggles. Okay, and whenever you are going to use laser, you must make sure to wear the protective goggles. It's very important. And here you can see we have 5 boxes. We have 5 boxes. You can see here 5 boxes of fiber tips, and we can divide these tips into 3 groups. And the first kind of group is silver tip. You can see it's a silver color. And the second kind of tips is blue color, blue tips. And the third is the golden tips. So you can see there are with 3 colors. So except from the colors, is there any other difference between these tips? So the main difference is the diameter of the tips. For example, for the silver tip, the diameter of the fiber tip, it is 400 micrometers. And for blue tips, the diameter is 300 micrometers. And for golden tip, the diameter is 200 micrometers. And how can we know the parameter of the tip? You can read from here. You can see here. If we take this as an example, you can see here, the tip model is MF49, right? 4 means diameter is 400 micrometers. 9 means the tip length, the fiber length is 9 millimeters. And also, this way is same. You can see MF39. 3 means diameter is 300 micrometers. 9 means the tip length, the fiber length is 9 millimeters. Okay, so now we know how to read the parameters of the tip, right? Okay, so we have the golden tips. It is used for soft tissue cutting for surgery, and the blue tips for perio sterilization, and the golden tips, blue tips for perio sterilization, and the golden tips for endo sterilization. So they are all different functions. Okay, so now we are going to put on the tip. Let me show you. We take out the tip and we remove the cover, dust-proof cover. And also we take out the handpiece and we remove the dust-proof cover. And pay attention, when you are put on the tip, don't use your hand to touch the surface. You can see, don't touch the fiber and don't touch the surface. You got this part, right? And also don't touch this part to prevent dust to pollute the tip. And then we screw the tip like this way. Okay, it is fixed. And if you want to remove, you can screw like this way, unclockwise. Okay, so now we put on the tip, and okay, if you are going to cut soft tissue, you will work like this way. You can see we will remove like this way. we will cut this one like this way, move parallel to the surface and cut step by step like this way. And you have to press the foot button or press the foot control. You have to press the handpiece button or press the foot control. So this is how we cut for soft tissue. And also sometimes you have to use this bending tool. You can see. Let me show you here. Sometimes you have to bend the tip. So we can use this bending tool. You can see here. You can see this is the bending tool. And we can bend the tip like this way. You can see here, this part. We get inside and we will bend the middle part of this part. We will bend the middle part at this part. So you can see like this way. Okay, we will bend it like this way. Okay, so now we bend the tip. So this is how we bend the tip, and also you can bend it back. Okay, so this is how we bend the tip. Okay, this bending tool, and also we have this. You can see this one. This is articulating paper. Pay attention. If we are going to use the infrared light for soft tissue cutting, such as if you are going to use 976 for infrared light, before soft tissue cutting, you have to use this articulated paper to activate the tip. And you can see the instruction here. So only when you are going to use infrared laser for soft tissue cutting, you have to use this. You can see here. You have to take out the articulation paper, and you can press the button and to stroke on the articulating paper to activate the tip, and then the tip can cut more efficiently. So this is how we activate the tip. And also you can follow instructions here. There is instruction here. So when you are using, you can follow instructions here. Okay, so now we know how to use these tips and their functions and their parameters, and how to put on the tip, and how to bend the tip, and how to activate the tip if you are using the infrared light. Okay, but if you are using the blue light, you don't have to activate the tip. Okay, so these are how to use the fiber tips, and also you can see we have a pen cutter, and how to use this thing. Sometimes, when we are use this handpiece to cut, the fiber tip, it may be get polluted or it may be get charring, so it will influence the cutting efficiency. And then we can, let me show you like this way. You can see sometimes after using, the tip may be polluted, or maybe it will get charring here. You can see here, get charring. So we can use this. You can see, we can use this cutting pen to cut the top of the fiber. Okay. Okay, so we can cut the tip like this way. Okay, so this is the cutting pen. So this is how we use this to cut the fiber. Okay. Okay, so these are about how to use the tips. And also we can see here, we have 5 more boxes. Let's open and see. Okay, let's open these tips. Okay, let's open it. This one. And this one. Okay, and also this one. So you can see these 3 tips, they are similar, just the size is different. These 3 tips, they are used for physiotherapy. They are used for pain therapy. Okay, and also we have some other tips. You can see here. This tip is you can see here. This tip it is used for biostimulation. You can see this tip, and also we have one more tip here. You can see. And this tip is for bleaching. So we have these 3 tips for physiotherapy, for pain therapy. This for biostimulation, and this one for teeth bleaching. Okay, so and also you can see here we have the manual and some certificates here. Okay, so now we have a clear idea of all the parts of the laser. Okay, so let's start the device. So first we can press the switch on, switch off button. Okay, and then you can see the screen. This is the, you can see here, this is the custom name, and you can define custom name, and this is a password. And this, you can see this shoe mark. It means now the device, it is the control mode is the foot control. It is foot control. So it means the control mode is foot control. And this indicating the power, indicate power condition. Okay. So we are going to input the password, and the initial password is 4 times 8. 4 times 8. Okay. Then press OK. So now we get into the menu. So you can see the first page, the page name is surgery. You can see here, it is surgery. All these functions, they are for soft tissue cutting for surgery, and they are preset such as abscess, phyllectomy, gingivectomy, and fibroma. All these functions, they are for soft tissue cutting for surgery. And we can use this to change to the second page. You can see here. The second page, you can see the page name. You can see here. You can see the page name. It is for perio. It is for perio, implant, and endo. Such as you can see for perio sterilization, for endo sterilization, for implant uncovery, for perio implantitis. So these are for perio, implant, and endo function. That's the second page. And the third page, let's see. The third page is for laser therapy, soft tissue, soft laser therapy, such as pain therapy, wound healing, dentin hypersensitivity, and also teeth whitening. They are for soft laser therapy. So these 3 pages you can see here for surgery, for soft tissue cutting, and also for perio endo implants, and also for laser therapy. These 3 pages, they are preset functions. And let's go to the next page. You can see this is user page. It means they are self-defined programs. Maybe after a long time of using, you will get experience, and then you can create and save your own program here. So totally we have 4 pages here. So now let's move to the first page. Okay, so let's take gingivectomy as an example. So we can press, if you are going to do gingivectomy, you can press the button here. You can see here, press gingivectomy, and you can see you will go to the interface. You can see it will indicating which kind of tip you are going to use. For example, for gingivectomy, you are going to use the fiber tip. You can see this tip shape, and also which wavelength you are using. We are using 450 wavelength. It's blue light, right? And here you can see the parameters, the peak power, You can see here, peak power, frequency, duty, time, and valid power and energy. These parameters, they are preset. If you are not experienced, you can use them directly. And I would like to talk more about the parameters. So first you can see the peak power, that means the highest power. And frequency, you can see CW, it means continuous mode. What is continuous mode? It means all the time there will be laser come out. And duty is also continuous mode. And the time means 20 seconds. It means if you press the handpiece and off the pedal, it will work for 20 seconds. When it comes to 20 seconds, it will stop working. You have to press again. So that is time. Okay. So to make it more easy to understand, let me show you this picture. So you can see this picture. You can see here. Okay. So you can see here. So now you can see the mode is continuous mode, right? So you can see here continuous mode, right? And the frequency, it is continuous CW mode, continuous mode frequency, and also the duty is also continuous mode. So this is continuous mode. All the time there will be laser come out. So you can see this is the this is the power 2 watts, and this is time, right? So you can match this part, this picture with this one, with this screen. So you can see, you can match them together. 2 watts and the frequency and duty, they are continuous mode, and one time it will work for 20 seconds. Okay, and if we are using the continuous mode, the valid power, you can see the valid power equal to the peak power. So you can see the valid power here. You can see here, this valid power for continuous mode, the valid power equals to the peak power. And the energy, if we use the time, use the valid power multiply time, it will be get the energy. So 2 watts multiply 20 seconds is 40. That's energy. So this is continuous mode. But sometimes if you think the power is not enough, you can also change the power. Like this way, if you think 2 watts is not enough, you can see, you can touch the 2 watts. And then you can see, we can press 3 watts and okay. So now it's 3 watts, right? So you can change if you want to change. And also for frequency, you don't want for the continuous mode, you want to use the pulse mode, you can change the frequency. For example, if you want to use 1000, for example, if you want to use 1000 frequency, or maybe 1000 frequency, you can change, you can see 1000 frequency, right? And also you can change it to, you can see 4, the frequency is 4 hertz, you can see, right? So you can also change the frequency, and the duty you can also change. So what does frequency and duty mean? You can see this picture. You can see here, in 1 second, you can see in 1 second, there is 4 circles. You can see, right? 4 circles. And for each circle, you can see there will be, for each circle, you can see 50% of time there is laser coming out, and 50% of time it is for breaking. So that means duty is 50%. So now you know the frequency, right? This is four cycles, so it's 4 hertz. And duty, you can see 50% there is laser come out, so the duty is 50%. So now you understand what's the frequency and duty, right? So you can see here. Now you know the frequency, you understand what's frequency and what's duty, right? Also, usually the frequency, if we increase the frequency, the laser will penetrate less. If you reduce the frequency, the laser, it will penetrate more into the soft tissue. So that's the difference. For example, if you are going to cut the soft tissue, you don't need to let the laser penetrate more, so you just increase the frequency or even use the continuous mode. But if you want to use laser, for example, for sterilization or for therapy, you can reduce the frequency. Then the laser can go deep into the soft tissue. So that's how to set the frequency. And for duty, of course, if you increase the duty, for example, 60, it means 60% of the time there will be laser come out. So you can see this picture, there will be 60% of time laser will come out, and there will be less breaking time. So now I think you understand. You can see this picture, you understand the power, right, and the frequency and duty. Okay, and the valid power should be peak power multiply duty, so it's 1.8 watts. So that's valid power. And for energy, valid power multiply time, then we get the energy. Okay, so now we know something about these parameters, right? And pay attention, if you are not experienced, you don't have to change. You can use the default settings, right? Okay, so now we know they are preset, we can use directly, and you can see here there is instruction. So we can take a close look at this part. It will give a brief introduction of how to use this function. For example, for gingivectomy, it will indicate, you can see here, gently remove the gingival tissue in contact with the fiber and working in parallel to the teeth surface. So this is a brief introduction of how to use this function. Okay, so now we read the instructions and we're going to start the device. Press on and off button. It will remind you to wear the protective goggles, right? So here we must wear the goggles, right? So we must wear these goggles. And pay attention, when you are going to do the surgery, all the people, I mean the operator, assistant, and the patient, all the people in the room, they should wear the protective goggles. Otherwise, laser will do harm to your eyes. So all the people in the room should wear the protective goggles. Okay, so now we already wear the protective goggles, and we press yes. Okay, so after 3 seconds, it will get ready. Now you can see, before we are going to use, you can see, we can check, you can see here, we can check there is aiming beam, you can write. Before we are going to use, we can check the aiming beam. If we can see a rounded circle around the spotlight, it means the laser transmission system, it works correctly. I mean, there's no problem of the laser transmission system. If you cannot see a rounded circle, or if you cannot see this red spot, it means the laser transmission system is of some problems. So before you are going to use, you have to check. You can check the red spot, okay? And also, you can see we can use the aiming button to change the light intensity of the. You can see here to change the light intensity. You can see here. You can use the aiming button to change the light intensity of the red spot. Okay, so this will change the light intensity of aiming beam. Okay, so now we have checked it works correctly. So we are going to cut and pay attention. Now it is foot control, right? You can see here. Now it is foot control. Okay, so we are going to use the foot control. Okay. Okay, so now we are going to cut. We are going to cut this apple, and let me show you how to cut. So we will cut. We will use foot control, and then we'll cut like this way. You can see. For blue laser, you can see here. We can cut like this way. So you can see the laser will flash, right? Because we are using pulse mode. Sometimes the laser come out, sometimes no laser come out. So we can cut like this way. Remove parallel, and then we will cut step by step like this way. So this is in pulse mode. We will cut step by step. Okay, so now you can take close like this. So now we cut soft tissue, and also you can see here, we can return back to the continuous mode. We just set the frequency. You can see stop. We set the frequency to 0, and then it will be continuous mode. Now we try again. Okay, so now we are going to cut with the continuous mode. Okay, so we are going to cut. Okay, we press the button. Okay, there will be aiming beam come out, and then we're going to cut. You can see we remove step by step and go further into the laser. And pay attention, when you are cutting, you can see here, first, you can hear the sound, right? And second, you can see the light will flash, You can see when it's working, the light will flash between yellow and green. The light will flash. And also, you can see there will be countdown. You can see here, there will be countdown here. Right? Countdown here. So when you are cutting, there will be sound, and also you can see the light will flash between each other, and also there will be countdown here. The working period 20 seconds. Okay, so this is how we use the laser for soft tissue cutting. Okay, so if you want to stop, you have to release the foot pedal or release handpiece control button. And also you stop, you can press this to stop. And also you can press the emergency button to stop the laser. Okay, so this is how we use laser for surface cutting, and then we go back. Now we go to the second page. You can see, for example, if I are going to for endo sterilization, okay, we can press and we can see the parameters. They are preset. And as I mentioned before, for sterilization, we want the laser go deeper into soft tissue, into the tissue. So the frequency will be less. You can see the frequency is 15 Hertz, right? And now we are going to use the endo tips. This silver tip for surgery, right? So we will change to the endo tips. That is golden tip, right? Okay. So this tip, the diameter is 200 micrometers. We will use this tip and then we put it into the root canal for endo sterilization. So this is for endo. We just examine this is root canal. So this is for endo sterilization. Okay. So that's for endo. Also same way for perio. For endo and perio and some other functions. And the third page is for laser therapy, right? For laser therapy, you can see here, you can use for pain therapy, you can see here. If you are indicating you will use this kind of tip. That's this tip, you can see here. This is for pain therapy. So we will use the pain therapy tip. Okay. And then you can see here, you can press a button and wait. And you can see you can use this to release the pain. Okay, like this way. Such that for TMJ function, for TMJ disorder, we can use this to release the pain. So this is for pain therapy. You can see here. And also you can use this kind of tip. You can see you can use this kind of tip for wound healing. You can see here for wound healing. So every time when you select the function, it will indicating which kind of tip you are going to choose and which wavelength it is using. For biostimulation, you can see the wavelength is 650. It's 650 nanometers. So you can see here. And also they are preset. And also we can use for bleaching. You can see we can choose the bleaching. You will use this kind of tip for bleaching. Okay. So this page is for laser therapy, pain therapy, wound healing, and teeth whitening, right? So it's very easy. For these three pages, they are preset. You just choose the function and put on the correct tip, and you can use them directly and with the instructions, right? It's very easy to use these functions. And for the fourth page, self-defined page. Sometimes after long time using, if you are well experienced, you can create and save your own program. For example, this is the first program, right? We press it, and we can input the program name. For example, if I are going to for example for fibroma, you can see you can use for fibroma. Okay, fibroma, you can see here, and then the function name is fibroma, and you can set the power and the frequency and time, and also you can set the wavelength. You can see you can press the wavelength, you can choose the wavelength which you are going to use, right? So you can choose them. Okay, so after you set these programs, you can press save. Yes, you can. So you can create and save your own program if you are experienced. And next time you can use your own program here. Okay, so it's very easy to use these programs, and we have 4-page preset programs and 1 page for self-defined program. Okay, so that's about the laser, and also I would like to show you. You can see for this kind of okay, and I show you if we are using, for example, the 976, that's infrared light. You can see this is infrared light, right? And we can set the power to 1 watt. So remember, if I are going to use the The infrared light for soft tissue cutting, for example, we put on this tip. Okay, so we put on the silver tip. And pay attention. Now we are using the infrared light. So before using, we have to remember we have to use this articulating paper to activate the tip. How we activate it? We just press and stroke. You can see we will stroke on the articulating paper to activate the tip like this way. We can stroke for 3 to 5 times. In this way, we can activate the tip. So this is how to use articulating paper. Okay. Only when you are using the 976 nanometers for soft tissue cutting. Okay. So now we know how to use these programs. And here, this button, it is for lock button. If you press, it will lock the device. You can see, and then you have to press the password again. So this is the locking button, and this is the setting button. Press it. You can see you can set the password. And also you can change the language. There are different languages for you to select. Okay, different language you can select, and also the date and time, and also the username. For example, we can change username to Woodpecker. Okay, so you can set these programs by yourself. Okay, so we can set by yourself. Okay, so Woodpecker. Okay, and also the volume and brightness. And here is more button. If you press the more button, you can see there is restore. You can see here restore the factory setting. And also now you can see there is you can see this is for foot control, this is for hand control, and now it is the foot control, right? And how can we change? We just press this button. Now it will change to hand piece control. You can see the mark will change to a hand. You can see here. So we press here, we can change between foot control and hand control. Okay, and for foot control, you can see here, you can see this one. We have a pair button here. You can see here, we have a pair button. And how can we pair the foot pedal? Remember, only when you have problems of the foot pedal and you replace a new and you have got a new foot pedal, then you need to pair the foot pedal with the device. How can we pair the foot pedal? We just press first. We have to press the foot pedal to activate the foot pedal, and then you can see it will flash the green light. You can see here, flash the green light, and then you press the pair button. Okay, press the pair button, and then press this button for pairing. Okay, so we press here and press the pair button. You can see here, successfully pairing. So this is how we pair the pedal with the device. Okay, so now I think you know how to use the device. And you can see here, that's all the function of the device. And the next part, I'm going to talk about some precautions of the device. The first point is that whenever you are going to use the laser, don't point this handpiece to any person because it's dangerous. So don't point handpiece to anybody. And the second point is that never bend this handpiece cord too much, otherwise it will get broken. And the third point is that whenever you are going to operate a laser, you have to wear the protective goggles. So these 3 points, they are very important. Okay, and sometimes if you are going to cut the soft tissue and you find it cannot cut efficiently or it cannot work, then you have to check. First, you have to check the valid power. If the valid power is too low, you can see the valid power here. If the valid power is too low, then it cannot cut soft tissue. So if you cannot cut, you have to check the valid power first. And then you have to check whether the handpiece or whether the foot pedal can work. So the next part, you have to check the handpiece and the foot control, whether it can work. And next part, the third and the next step, you can check the red spot, whether there is red spot come out. If there is red spot, it means the laser transmission system it is good. Okay, so if you can't cut, you can check these 3 points: the by the power and the handpiece and the foot pedal, whether it can control, and also the laser transmission system, whether there's red spot. Okay, so that's about the precautions and some troubleshooting. And another part, I would like to share something about the advantage. So compared with the surgical tools, if we are using laser for soft tissue cutting, it will have the advantage that there will be no blood bleeding and also less pain, and also the patient can have a quick recovery. So that's the advantage of using laser. And also we can use laser for endo, for perio, and also for teeth bleaching, for pain therapy. So these are the advantages of laser. And also if you are using laser for patient, because it is better than the traditional treatment, right? So we can charge some extra fees for patient. So that's about the advantage of laser, and we can add some extra money, add extra fee for the treatment. So that's all about the how to use Woodpecker laser. Thank you.